Hello.
And welcome to our video, the sidekicks. Today we're going to be fighting the Destroyer and possibly Duke Fishron with ranged weapons and melee weapons. We're going to do our top 3 favorites. Caleb will be demonstrating the melee and I will be demonstrating the ranged. We're going to start off with the ranged. Alright. Here we go. So we're going to start off with the legendary snowman cannon. I reforged it until I could get this. It's very good. So let's try it. And I have tier 2 rockets.
Alright.
Tier 3, it looks like. Okay. And then tier, I believe it's 5 or 6, will destroy tiles. And you can make a elevator in, I believe, 3 minutes with that. Okay, so there we go.
And I will not be helping for this one unless you guys get the concept, and it's taking forever.
Yeah, with the chain gun, it tends to take a little bit longer. It's not really used to specialize with this kind of creature. But yeah, that was all just with the snowman cannon. Alright, here we go. Next one, chain gun. This is a godly chain gun. It's probably not the best, but I use chlorophyte bullets. And they're kind of expensive, I mean, like, in the sense where chlorophyte's kind of hard to find sometimes. But it's definitely worth it if you're looking for a ranged item that can, like, connect to the...
Follow your enemies.
Yeah. So here we go. Okay, so this might take a while, because this is probably better with, like, dungeon guardians. Like, for example, dungeon guardians have 9,000 life, but you only can do, like, 2 damage to them with crits, with, like, a snowman cannon, high level things. And so this is good because it still has 2 crits, 2 damage crits on him, and it goes a lot faster. But the snowman cannon doesn't go as fast, so it would be better for, like, different creatures. Alright, Caleb's gonna help fight this. You guys get the idea. So the highest one of... Okay, so the highest crit I've seen is 80 with this. I like it so much for just the firing speed, same thing. Alright, so now we're going to do the Godly Tsunami, dropped by Duke Fishron. Here we go. This thing is good. I mean, I'm just using...
regular wooden arrows.
Regular wooden arrows, and it's doing massive amounts of damage to it. And could you probably imagine what would happen if you're using good arrows?
Like the chlorophyte arrows, or...
So... Alright, so you guys kind of get it. Caleb, step in. Okay, so that would be it for the ranged. Okay, so the Godly Tsunami is dropped by Duke Fishron. The chain gun is dropped by Santa from the Frost Moon. And the legendary snowman cannon is dropped by
the Frost Queen.
Yeah, the Frost Queen. So those are our top 3. Now for Caleb's melee and magic ones, I have a few of them, so I will be kind of helping here and there. But yeah, he's going to demonstrate those. So here we go with number 1, which would be...
the Flareon. I chose the Flareon mainly because of the bubbles. They just kind of rip your enemies apart which is why I like him. And I do extra damage in melee, so that's a plus for me.
And it's dropped by Duke Fishon.
Yeah.
So his crits, he's got like kind of a special class for this. Highest crit I've seen is 274. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so we're gonna do the next one, number 2.
I chose the vampire knives, just mainly because so they can hear you. So they can heal you. It's just, I like how you can just fight a boss and not really go under 400.
You get 10% of your attack back
Around 10%.
of life. Around 10%.
And so when you get a really big crit, you'll heal for like 8, depending on the crit.
So the highest crit I've seen on mine, they're not really used for this type of thing, is probably like 40. The highest crit I've seen on Caleb's right now, let's see.
100.
About 100?
An 8.
An 8.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Alright. Okay. Number 3. The Ruthless Terrorblade. I do not have this, so he will be fighting by himself on this one.
I like this mainly because it just shoots out one, and so that does extra, like, more and more damage. It's ridiculous.
So 390, 426 is the highest crit I've seen.
504.
Wow. Oh, I just saw a 504, I think.
And that was definitely the fastest battle of the 3 melee, but why I didn't choose it for my number 1 and number 2 slot, mainly because, just because of the, I don't know,
I think what it is it doesn't follow your enemy.
No, it's really good, but the bubbles on this one are just so overpowered, and then the vampire knives, they heal you, and so that kind of those two took the top 2 slots.
Yeah.
Out of the both of them.
Because the swords that shoot out of it, they go straight, or like whatever point you're pointing at.
They don't
like,
get defied by gravity.
Yeah. But like Duke Fishon, for example, he'd be hard to hit with it.
Because he's so fast.
Yeah, so it's kind of more of like bosses like the Destroyer. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.